Uncover the untold story behind the 2000 New Hampshire $quarter a coin that captures the rugged spirit of the granite state and hides a history richer than silver itself. In the year 2000, the United States Mint introduced the New Hampshire State Quarter as part of the widely celebrated 50 State Quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008 and honored each of the 50 states in the order they entered the Union. New Hampshire, being the 9th state to join the Union in 1788, was the 9th coin to be released in the series, and this quarter immediately stood out due to its striking design that captures both the natural beauty and the historical identity of the state. The reverse of the coin features the famous Old Man of the Mountain, a rock formation on Cannon Mountain in Franconia Notch, which had been a symbol of the state for generations. The rock profile was a beloved landmark that inspired countless stories, photographs, and visits from tourists before it tragically collapsed in 2003, making the coin design even more historically significant and poignant. The Old Man of the Mountain is depicted with precise detail showing the craggy granite face in profile alongside the state motto, "Live Free or Die," a bold declaration rooted in the revolutionary spirit of New Hampshire. The motto comes from a statement made by General John Stark, the state's most famous Revolutionary War hero, who wrote in 1809, "Live free or die death is not the worst of evils." This phrase became the official motto in 1945 and is a defining element of the state identity. Beneath the motto, the coin also shows 9 stars arranged on either side, representing New Hampshire as the 9th state to ratify the Constitution. The year 1788 is included to mark the year of statehood, while the minting year 2000 appears below. The designer of the reverse, William Cousins, crafted an image that resonated deeply with residents and history enthusiasts alike, while the obverse bears the familiar portrait of George Washington designed by John Flanagan, which has been a mainstay on the quarter since 1932. The release of the New Hampshire quarter was not just about numismatics. It was part of a larger cultural moment when Americans across the country were engaging with their own state histories and collecting coins with renewed enthusiasm. For New Hampshire, the coin became a small metallic ambassador telling the story of its rugged independence and natural splendor. The Old Man of the Mountain itself had been a symbol in literature and folklore dating back to its first recorded observation in 1805 by a surveying team. It became a subject of poetry, paintings, and even advertising. Over the decades, the profile appeared on license plates, state signs, and official documents. The state took pride in its geological wonder, and when the rock formation collapsed on May 3, 2003, due to centuries of freeze-thaw cycles, it was a moment of deep mourning for residents. The collapse only enhanced the significance of the 2000 quarter, which now serves as a lasting tribute to the lost landmark collectors, and historians quickly recognized the special meaning of the New Hampshire quarter, particularly those minted in the Philadelphia and Denver facilities. While hundreds of millions were produced, some minting varieties have become more sought after, especially in high-grade conditions. Proof versions struck in San Francisco in both clad and 90% silver compositions are prized for their mirror-like finishes and sharp details. The coin also fits into a broader discussion of the State Quarters program as a cultural and economic success. The program sparked a new wave of coin collecting, bringing millions of Americans into the hobby for the first time, and generating substantial revenue for the U.S. Mint. The New Hampshire quarter's enduring appeal lies in its combination of natural history, state pride, and the bittersweet fact that the landmark it depicts no longer exists. Beyond its numismatic value, the coin captures the philosophical essence of live free or die, a statement that has resonated through wars, social change, and political debates in the United States, and remains one of the most uncompromising mottos of any state in the Union. To fully appreciate the historical depth of this coin, one must consider not only its artistry, but also the geological history of Franconia Notch. the role of New Hampshire in the American Revolution, its industrial heritage, its political traditions, as the site of the first presidential primary in the modern nominating process, and its environmental conservation efforts. The state has long balanced its love of independence with a strong sense of community and stewardship over its natural resources. The quarter in its small space encapsulates these themes, serving as a gateway to deeper stories about the people, landscapes, and ideals of New Hampshire. As the years pass and the State Quarters program itself becomes part of numismatic history, the 2000 New Hampshire Quarter continues to stand out, both for its elegant design and for the poignancy added by the loss of its central image, making it a must-have piece for collectors and a timeless token of state heritage. From a cultural perspective, the State Quarters program, in which the New Hampshire Quarter was released, represented a turning point in American coin collecting. Launched in 1999, the program released 5 new designs each year in the order states entered the Union. The initiative proved to be one of the most popular in U.S. mint history, engaging millions of new collectors and sparking interest across all age groups. By the time the New Hampshire Quarter was released in August 2000, the program was already a nationwide phenomenon. The unveiling of the design was met with excitement in New Hampshire, where residents felt pride in seeing their symbol carried in pockets and purses across the nation. The coin also became a point of reflection after the Old Man of the Mountains collapse. Efforts were made to preserve the memory of the landmark through photographs, sculptures, and other artworks. The state erected a memorial at Franconia Notch in 2011, featuring steel profiles that allow visitors to imagine the formation as it once appeared. The 2000 Quarter remains a small yet powerful part of this memorialization because it captured the image in official form before nature took it away. In this sense, the coin has transcended its role as currency and become a keepsake for those who value the state's heritage. The artistry of the coin cannot be overlooked either. William Cousins, the designer of the reverse, was an experienced engraver at the U.S. Mint, who brought a sense of balance and proportion to the composition. His depiction of the old man is precise, yet conveys the rugged texture of granite, while the motto and stars are positioned in a way that emphasizes the overall harmony of the design. On the obverse, the portrait of George Washington by John Flanagan remains a constant. Across the State Quarters series, providing a link to the long tradition of Washington quarters dating back to their first issuance in 1932. This continuity between old and new, between tradition and innovation, is part of what made the State Quarters program so successful. The New Hampshire Quarter also serves as a reminder of the role of coins as ambassadors of place and history. Long after paper, money fades, coins endure, through generations being passed down or discovered in collections and change jars. Decades from now, someone may stumble upon a shiny or worn example of the 2000 Quarter and wonder about the face on the rock, the meaning of the words, "live free or die," and the state that inspired such an image. That curiosity may lead them to the story of the old man, the Revolutionary War, the Constitution, and the enduring spirit of a small but determined state.